Alright, so it is August 2nd, thank you, I appreciate it. I'm back with the video. Last video was kind of weird. It was awkward like most videos, but not trying to have that anymore, honestly. I think for a few reasons that I can't talk about, but I always say this, or I say this a lot, trying to be myself on the videos, not make them weird. But one thing I can say that I want to mention before I kind of get into other things is, sorry about that, I'm feeling like no passion with this whatsoever, it seems like no passion, no excitement, nothing again is happening every day. And it's kind of the big thing is like, I don't know which way I should go, and a lot of people are just like, well, you know, you kind of have to pick something. There's not, you know, you can't do two things at the same time, three things at the same time, more than that. You gotta just pick something, and it's like, I just don't know, because some days I wake up and I'm like, I want to do this, and other days I wake up and I'm like, I want to do that. And then other days I'm like, I want to do, alright, sorry about that, that was on a motorcycle, but some days I wake up and I want to do this, other days I want to do that, some days I'm like, well, you know what, I don't want to do that anymore, but then a few days later I'll be like, no, I actually do want to, I just can't make up my mind. I always switch every day, just switch back and forth back, I always just switch every single day, like I want to do this, I want to do that, now I don't want to do that anymore. Hey, what if I did both of these? It's just like, it's really all over the place. But another point I want to make in this video is, I definitely don't want to be like, I made this mistake on here, I've made this mistake many times in my life, and it led to a lot of things that were not great. Sorry, if these videos ever sound weird, I'm trying to, like, as of right now, kind of, I don't know what the word would be, not cuss on the videos, not swear, you know, because I don't know at the start if it affects your channel at all. Really, I've heard it does, I have no idea if it does, so kind of, you know, obviously, I don't really care at all. I do it in my other videos, but it doesn't really matter that much. For YouTube purposes, I'm trying to stay away from it, so it's kind of weird, because I have to find, like, similar words and other words to say, and, sorry, the point doesn't get across, and there's no, like, emphasis at all. It's just kind of bland, it just sounds weird, but it's just like, I don't really know what to do. I try to find some more words and not say like what I actually want to say, but it kind of lacks a lot of emphasis, a lot of like actual meaning. But it's, sorry about that, it's whatever, it's not a big deal. But what I wanted to say was, I made this mistake many times on here, and many times in my past that kind of ruined a lot of things, and you know, I lost all the enjoyment, I lost all the enjoyment of doing that, or I lost all the kind of like the fun in it. It wasn't really fun at all anymore. I guess that's kind of the simple way to say it, but it led to kind of a lot of I don't know, I kind of described it before as cringe. Like it is pretty cringe, honestly, because you know when certain things are just kind of like not how you should be acting. And I've talked about this many times. It's kind of like playing a card, it seems like not being myself. That leads to like a lot of things where it's like, you know, this is not who I want to be, this is obviously not for me. Sorry about that, this is kind of a weird thing to talk about, because it's like, you know, who would mention this? Like, who would even mention this? You should just already know this. Like, this is not something you have to say, but I'm gonna say it anyways. I'm trying to just be like, you know, something that I think is kind of important is not stressing out about things, not giving yourself like a ton of anxiety and a ton of negativity, because things may suck or may be really bad. Kind of like, it's so weird to say, but it's like the only way I can describe it is kind of being like calm, I guess you could say, you know, no matter what's kind of going on. It's kind of like a thing that I've learned actually helps a lot, because it's kind of like if you're just constantly stressing, constantly like have so much anxiety and worry, and you're just giving into like so much negativity, you can kind of see like how much that affects your life, and how unorganized and how messy your life gets, and you see it everywhere in your life, because it's honestly so true. How you do something is how you do everything, and it's just like, if you give into like all this anxiety, stress, negativity, it just totally destroys every single aspect of your life. And it's so weird to see, because you'll literally see every part of your life just in such like a bad condition, or it's so horrible, it's not like great at all, it's just it's so bad. I don't know what to say, but it's like the way you like think or feel about something is literally how everything else goes in your entire life. It's really hard to like, you know, not like this and be so negative about this, and it's just like that doesn't affect everything else. It's not really how it works. It's like, if you're just giving into all this kind of negativity, worrying about people's opinions, or think, you know, you're kind of like an outcast in this, or they don't like you, or they don't respect you, it's just kind of, you know, sorry, you just have to kind of get over it. There's really nothing I can say. It's like, I don't know, you'll mess up thousands of times, you'll just like, that's kind of a different like comment that I'm making, kind of a different scenario, but it's just like, I don't want to give into like this kind of like, let me complain, let me talk about my problems, let me get super hyper, super like, that's one of the things where I'm like, I sound different. I feel like I sound really different, because it's just like, I'm kind of like freaking out and kind of having this like, oh, like, you know, this isn't my fault, the world kind of, you know, screwed me over, it's kind of like everybody else's fault, you know, it's not me. I don't want that mentality at all. I just want to be kind of, I mentioned this in another video, but it's kind of weird to say, but this is the best thing I can say. Like I said already in this video, I want to be calm with whatever I'm doing, not weird, not like, oh, because people will see your video or see how you're acting, and they're like, yeah, I don't like this dude, he's weird, you know, I'm not gonna watch these videos that are just, they're corny, they're very, very corny, and you can tell that they're corny because you watch them and you cringe, you know, because it's just like, why are you acting this way? What's the reason? I'm not trying to act like that at all. I just want to be myself and actually know, like, okay, this is how I be myself, because obviously everybody's trying to figure that out every day. You know, you're nowhere even close to the same person you were last year, 2 years ago. You know, it's constantly changing, and constantly, this is obviously for everybody. It's kind of weird, and it almost sounds like selfish of me saying some of this stuff, but that's not what I mean at all. Things are constantly changing. You know, I'm always like different than the person I was before, and it's just like, I don't know, it's weird and it's corny to say, but I don't want to like play this narrative and this kind of game where it's like, oh, like, I don't know, the videos are just so like, I don't like them at all. I'm not trying to have it be like that, so I'm just trying to actually be myself and get myself to do things even if I don't want to or don't really like it. It's just like, I don't want to be here, and I don't want to be stuck in the same I don't want to be stuck in the same spot that I've been the last 3 years, because it's miserable. That's all I can say. I'll just end it off there. I know it's kind of a fast ending, but I appreciate it. I appreciate it. That is it. That's all I got. So yeah, thank you. Bye.